Canadian Blood Services has seen a decline in supply as winter weather tightens its grip across the province. Janelle Lippai is on location this morning to find out what this means and how we can be a part of the solution.
Good morning. Erin Barlow and I are down at Canadian Blood Services here this morning. We've got lots to talk about, Erin, but first of all, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for coming down and visiting me.
Let's talk a little bit about what Canadian Blood Services is all about.
Well, Canadian Blood Services manages Canada's blood supply for all the provinces with the exception of Quebec, which is managed by Héma-Québec. Right here at our Regina Donor Centre, we have a number of ways you can get involved that we'll be speaking about. Of course, you can donate blood, plasma, platelets, but you can also register if you're between the ages of 17 to 35 to become a stem cell donor. And we also work in partnership with the Health Authority to register your intent to become an organ and tissue donor.
All right, so a really, really important operation going on here. Now let's talk about who that blood directly impacts.
It impacts patients. Every moment of every day, somebody in Canada needs blood or blood products. And by that same measure, 1 in 2 Canadians are actually eligible to donate blood.
All right, and in the midst of this cold snap that we are in right now, we're seeing that halt in blood donations. How can people get involved? Well,
there's a number of things that are impacting, of course, our collections. Weather, it's also cold and flu season, and people are getting away on their winter travels. So how you can get involved is by going to blood.ca, visiting and booking your appointment there. You can learn more about eligibility. You can call 1-888-236-6283, which is our 1-888-2donate number, or download the Handy Give Blood app. All those things will allow you to find out more information about how you can get involved right here at our Regina or Saskatoon Donor Centre. Book that appointment and come down, give blood.
All right, Erin, thank you so much for being here. This is such an important conversation. Once again, those clinics are both in Regina and in Saskatoon. If you have the capacity and the ability, make sure you're coming on down and giving that donation. That can help save a life.
Saskatchewan's cold temperatures and slippery driving conditions are doing more than just slowing down your commute. They are decreasing the nation's blood supply. Janelle Lippai is on location at Canadian Blood Services this morning to learn more. Good morning, Janelle.
Good morning. I am back down at the Canadian Blood Service Clinic right here in Regina, and Erin Barlow is back with me. Now, Erin, we are in the donation room. Let's talk a little bit about what donating looks like.
Well, donating is quite simple. It only takes a couple of minutes. In fact, it might take you more time just to book that appointment. There's a couple of things I would ask your audience to look for. There's a whole bunch of information on blood.ca about donating blood and other programs, how to prep for your donation. Some words that I can offer right now is make sure that you're drinking plenty of fluids and that you have had a good breakfast or lunch or supper, respective of what time you're coming into the donor center. A couple minutes of your day can have a lasting impact on somebody who needs blood and blood products. So again, a couple minutes of your day can save a life.
All right, and with seasonal illness going on and those winter driving conditions, you guys have seen a decrease in blood donations. What blood type are you most in need of?
So all blood types are needed, but if you happen to have the O blood type, there's a good chance that you share that blood type with somebody else in your family. O-negative donors specifically are what are called universal donors, so their blood is transfused into emergency situations when and where needed. Again, all blood types are needed. Thanks to the generosity of donors, hospitals are able to deliver blood and life-saving products now, but that could be impacted by future cancellations, people not attending their appointments being unfilled, and of course further weather impact.
Absolutely, Erin. Thank you so much for this. Once again, there are clinics in Saskatoon and in Regina. Giving some blood could save a life. So if you're well, you are able to make it out to a clinic in these conditions, come on down and give some blood.
Well, Janelle Lippai back down at the Canadian Blood Service Clinic to find out how we can all be part of the solution following a decrease in blood supply after all these winter driving conditions grip much of the province.
Good morning. I'm coming back from the Canadian Blood Service Clinic right here in Regina. Now, Erin, there are a ton of reasons to give blood, but let's talk about one incentive in specific.
Is that feeling good about doing more in your community and helping save patients right here and across Canada? Or are we talking about the Air Canada Give and Get Away contest? Because we have a really, really exciting event happening in our donor centers here and right across Canada, whereby if you come down, you book an appointment to donate blood, platelets, plasma, or again, register to become a stem cell donor, you can enter to win flights for two anywhere Air Canada flies, and that was provided courtesy of the Air Canada Foundation. So another fantastic reason to get involved with Canadian Blood Services, again, doing more right here in our community, helping patients, but also you get to perhaps get away to the destination Air Canada flies.
All right, well, some warmer climates to potentially look forward to. Now, on a similar note, we are seeing a decrease in donations due to weather and the flu season currently. Let's talk a little bit about who that decrease is impacting and how we can work together to solve this.
Well, again, thanks to the generosity of donors, hospitals are able to deliver blood and blood products when and where needed, but that can be impacted if we cannot collect consistently. When I say collect consistently, obviously weather impacts affect whether or not people can get to our donor center, cold and flu seasons, and as mentioned, people getting away for winter holidays. Every moment of every day, somebody in Canada needs blood or blood products, and our donor centers can help address that need, whereby you can just book that appointment, come in, it only takes a couple of minutes, you get snacks as mentioned, you leave feeling warm and fuzzy, having made an impact in somebody's life, but of course, you can also enter that draw for tickets through Air Canada.
All right, Aaron. Well, thank you so much for spending the morning with us here this morning. Again, come on down to your local blood service clinic. All the more reason to get involved. Giving your blood could save a life.